I want to share a way with you to remember the word transversal much faster. So when I read the word transversal, I think of train. So, for instance, transversal. That's what it sounds like. Transversal, transversal. And when I think of a train, I think of train tracks like these. And what I'm imagining is a person, or a traveler in this case, walking across the train tracks. So I have a traveler walking across the transversal of the train tracks. So this is what I picture when I hear the word transversal. Transversal sounds like train, and I picture the train tracks. And there's a traveler walking on the train tracks. He's walking across the transversal of the train tracks. And that's all a transversal is. It's basically something that passes through two other lines at two different points. Like the traveler is walking here. He's walking through here. It touches this black line here. And then when I cross, it also crosses this black line here. Or in terms of the train tracks, this piece of wood, which is usually what the material is made out of, it touches the railroad or the rails at two different points. And that's all a transversal is. And I have some examples of what these would look like. So, in geometry, here's an example of a transversal. I have two lines, and the red line here is my transversal. And then here's another example where the red line is a transversal and is passing through these two lines at two different points. So again, a transversal touches two different lines at two different points. Another example of a transversal would be this one here. The red line is a transversal because it's passing through these two lines at two different points. So those three are examples of what a transversal will look like. Here's an example of a line that is not a transversal. The reason why it's not a transversal is because although the red line does pass through both of these black lines, it passes through both black lines at the same point. And to be a transversal, it has to pass through two different points, just like we have here in these cases. And that's all you need to know for transversal.